Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are in Gridania, as you can see. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that. Anybody who's played this game at all knows where the hell we are. We're heading back to... I don't actually know why we're here. Anyway, we're meant to be back in Revenant's Toll. Why was I here? Oh, yes, I was doing the Postmaster Moogle quests. Yes, anyway. Back to the main story. I really want to get to a point very soon where I can catch up with where I should be on my summoner skills. And the only way to do that is to crack on with the main quest. I don't know how much longer it's going to take to actually make enough progress in that, but we'll carry on. Hoping against all hope. Hello, Minfilia. Welcome back, Gaiko. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Rama precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but orangutan's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble, discuss his observations together. Idiots assemble! The whole gang's here.
みんな揃ったわね。ウリエンジェさん、お願いします。
砂の家に現れた白き衣のアシエンエリディブス。彼の発言からアシエンは不滅の存在、つまり不死であることが分かりました。
あれから私とウリエンジェさんはアシエンを完全に消滅させる方法を探していたの。
そしてついに影を狩る手がかりをつかんだのです。先の晩神リヴァイアさんとの戦いでサハ銀族の長老が見せた不滅なる者への昇華。その際のエーテルの流れを測定していたヤシュトラ城の測定結果を確認いたしました。
あの時肌に感じるくらいエーテルが震えていたわ。だからとっさに測定器をつけて調べていたのよ。
Scarce had need of my goggles.
そして今回私は晩神ラムーとの戦いを拝見いたしました。晩神が散る際のエーテルの流れについて再確認していたのです。
いい機会だわ。エーテルの流れをおさらいしましょう。
Let's do a refresher class. Oh god, it really is like a refresher.
物質界で生命が死ぬと、通常その魂であるエーテルは砕け散り、エーテル界へと帰ります。
We return to the planet.
そしてエーテル界にたゆたうエーテルが物質界に降り、新たな生命が誕生するの。
Yeah, that's not where babies come from.
命は散りて星の海へと帰る。これぞ神々が定めた命の断り。エーテルに満ちた正解はこの世と重なり合い寄り添う世界。エーテルは巡り、命もまた巡る。
だけど晩神は例外。地に満ちたエーテルであるクリスタルを食らう晩神は その肉体までもがエーテルで構成されている。だから倒すことで肉体は砕け、そのエーテルは大地へと還元されていく。それでも魂だけはエーテル界に帰ると考えられているわ。
信者の願いが神の魂を正界より招き、クリスタルが神の肉体を作る。
It'd be funny if they had like a PowerPoint presentation and somebody spelt something wrong in a title.
だけど不滅なるものはどちらの例にも当てはまらない。
確かにサハ銀族の長老が提督に撃たれた時、一塊のエーテル界が漂い別のサハ銀族に乗り移るのを確認したわ。
肉の体持ちて死して知らぬ魂を持つ者。なるほど、それが不滅なるもの。サハ銀族の長老のやったことか。では器がそばにない場合、魂はどうなるんだ。
エーテル界に帰るということは死を意味するわ。だから不死である彼らの魂はエーテル界に帰っていないと考えられます。
彼らは逃避する。暗き輝きの道を開きて正解の渚へ。
そう、つまりは物質界とエーテル界の狭間のような場所に退避しているのではないかということね。アシエンたちは闇のクリスタルを触媒にサンクレットに憑依していたわ。つまりこれが狭間へ至る門なのかもしれない。
嫌な思い出だぜ。
No, Thancred. Unfortunately not. I'm sorry, my friend, but it was quite memorable.
これが探求の旅路の果てにたどり着きし答え。
サハ銀族は不滅なるものになったものの闇のクリスタルを持っていなかった。だからリバーヤさんに食われたってわけね。そうか。だったらアシエンを倒した時に魂のエーテルを逃さずリバーヤさんのように吸い込んで捕獲してしまえば。
Cunning plan.
ご名答、恐れ入ります。さすがヤシュトラ城、察しがいい。肉体失いし魂をエーテルの檻に捕らえ、エーテルの刃で砕く。さすればアシエンの魂も正解に帰りましょ
アシエンの魂を逃すことなく捉え、さらにそのエーテルを粉々に打ち砕く魔気なんて簡単には想像できないわ。でもきっと方法はあるはず。手がかりは掴んだもの。
Yes, I believe it
あと
possible.
は実践に向
Gaiko,
けて進むだけよ。
prepare to do some work.
う。では私は早速これらの現象を人工的に起こすことができないか、シャーレアン本国の賢人と共に検討に入りましょう。
ええ、よろしくお願いします。
Nice purse.
それとミーフィリア、バルデシオン委員会の件ですが、現在シャーレアン本国の調査団が現地に向かっています。じきに連絡が来るでしょう。不安な気持ちはわかりますが、今は待つべき時。祈りとともにお待ちを。
ありがとう、ウリエンジャさん。
Well, look at you, all cheery and hopeful. Ooh, it's like the Borg thing. I can't remember what it's called. Actually, it's nothing like that at all. The Lord of Levin is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Rama's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Wall, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. That's right, bitches. The limitless potential of man, Hydaelyn's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it innovates, the ardour empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. La Habrea, by any chance? Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field. By their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew. The one true God shall come again. His name is Fluffy. Oh, is that him? Ugh. Those troublesome Ascians are up to no good. Now the matter of Rama has for the present been put to rest, there is something I would show you, Gaiko. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogul Mog, 12th, Leviathan, and now Rama. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. That's right, me. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Gaiko, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. That is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow. There is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. The Sylphs of Little Solace who wish naught for conflict. The Alamegans and the Dormans who stand with us determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there is Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of ancient Alag, that we might be spared the horror of another ultimate weapon. Well, we're not, because we already found out about Omega. Although I suppose that's not a direct threat at the moment. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians. And combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Who the hell is this? No, it's you. Alphinaud, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention. No, you just can't be asked. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. It is to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organisation we discussed. I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing. They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. I was convinced she was a spy, to be fair, but I'm glad to hear she's not. Alright, Alphinaud, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. That was funny. Why? Okay. Gaiko, you've been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now. No, I'm back and forwards from this bloody place more than you can think. That made no sense, but yeah. I believe I might suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town. Okay. Which reminds me, one of the Dorman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Eorzea was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Oh, that's right. Just, you know, trot me out in front of the masses. Look, here's Gaiko Kujin. He's a celebrity. Yeah, fine. I'll go and do my public appearance. Hello. Look, it's Mr. Gaiko. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. Gaiko? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. No. What's all this commotion then? Who the hell are you? Mr. Balder and Mr. Cotonet. Did you know that Master Gaiko is back? No, he's only stood right here. So it would seem. Welcome home, Gaiko. Our companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions. I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. Oh, alright. I am known as Hoary Balder, and this bookish fellow is Cotonet. Cotonet. Yeah. Cotonet. Anyway, though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the art of combat. I told you, Mr. Balder, we're not your younglings anymore. We're adventurers. Why do I sound like Michael Caine? I don't know. And we were just asking Mr. Gaiko if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you? No, I don't. I really don't. Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are ever so slightly too dangerous for you. Yeah, you get your backsides whooped. I have a counter proposal. What if you were to cross swords with Gaiko? Oh, don't pit me against children, please. Hoary, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Ah ha 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 ha. Well, mayhaps I am. But what matters with the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? Say you, Gaiko, would you consent to spar with me? Yes. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Ugh. Get thee from my sight. try not to disappoint them. Have faith, Cultinet. I shall summon every last ons of my strength to make this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Okay, so we're gonna spar with Hoary Boulder. I need a drink. It's been a long day. So turn we to heroes of conscience and stand. May all stop at naught till what's lost is regained. Hello again. Flarman has been teaching me some Eorzean ballads. I hail from a faraway land. Do you? Are you one of the Dormans? Okay, anyway. Off I go to fight my friends. Oh yeah, it's also technically payday. In the real world, that is. And I'm happy about that for numerous reasons. One of them being I contacted the tax people when I noticed my payslip said I was on emergency tax, which is wrong. And as a result, my pay for this week has increased. So I have a lot more money than I thought I was going to have, and I'm extraordinarily happy about that. Ah, here you are. So I might treat myself this weekend to something nice. Hoary Boulder, 'twas good of you to agree to this, Gaiko. I trust you're ready to begin. Yeah. Now here's the rules. You can't use any magic, and you must fight with your hands tied behind your back. Using children as weapons. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ahem, Hoary, are you certain you wish to fight him alone? This is Gaiko you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, it was this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Gaiko to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work, and I'll then be forced to have to kick your ass as well. Hello? You haven't begun yet, have you? What is this? Oh, God. Yida, what? Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Gaiko's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. It's like that scene out of The Matrix where Mouse runs in and he's like, Morpheus is fighting Neo. While my very own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison, you'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Master Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Ugh, such power. The tails barely do you justice. Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he? Yes, he will. It's not over yet. It can't be. I, the children, have the right of it. It's time I joined the fray. On your feet, Hoary. must admit defeat was an honour and a privilege. Oh no, he looks hurt. Mr. Gaiko is so strong, but you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. Ah. I may have accidentally killed him. You, gasp, have bested me, Huff. I yield. Sit down. Gasp. That was incredible. We beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Gaiko. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I am ever to attempt the same. Hehehe. You were shit! As always, Gaiko. It's ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea? Yes, that is most fitting. That is a most fitting title. Oh, yeah, go on then. You can gift me the title of Guardian of Eorzea, and I'll wear it proudly. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Carteneau. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favourable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The legates' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. It was you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. It was you who taught me through countless acts of bravery that what my grandsire fought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavour to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organisation that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organisation, then pray let us continue the discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Okay. And Hoary Boulder never lived down his defeat and sank into a deep depression, left the silence. Godspeed, brave soldier. Back to the rising stones. Something tells me we're getting close to starting the next batch of, well, the expansion. Thank you for coming, Gaiko. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organisation, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Determination, tenacity, skill speed. I think determination, isn't it? Need to consult my piece of paper again. Yeah, determination. It's right at the very end of the priorities for the class, but that is the one out of those three. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organisation is undisputed, logistics of its formation have become the source of an endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus, I have been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. It is my hope that the successful utilisation of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organisation under the authority of the antecedent. Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organisation and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey, which is why I would ask that you do it, and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. It is reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Laminsa. Let's rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. We need an airship platform outside Revenant's Toll. Mind you, we've just got over 1,000 gil for that one particular thing. We could teleport. Should we teleport? Teleport or walk? Tell you what, I will flip a coin Heads we teleport, tails we walk. It's heads, we teleport. Boom. I do like that lounge style of music. It's very, very relaxing. Right. Oh yes, we also, when he decides to spawn in. Hello. Why are you not here? There you are. Grab these 2 missions. What on earth is that? Well met once again, Gaiko, since you've been such an... I don't know that word. Assistant. I've got a reward for you, Kupo. No drunkards and ruffians to contend with this time. Just rest and relaxation. Tell me, Gaiko, what comes to mind when you think of Limsa? After pirates, wharf rats and watered down grog, that is. Fish, Kupo. And there's nobody fish here. I mean that in the nicest sense of the word. Then Wawalago, the master of the Fisherman's Guild. Wawalago's been pitting his wits against the slipperiest fish in the 5 seas for longer than anyone can remember. Why, he's not unlike a fish himself, drifting along in the stream of life without a care in the world. So I thought it'd be nice if you went down and got to know him. Lay down your weapons, put aside your worries and take it easy for once. Oh, and while you're at it, you can take along this letter. I mean, you're going down there either way, right? It's like catching 2 fish with one lure. I already know him very well, considering fishing is one of my highest job skills. What's the other one? The very vassal I was looking for, Kupo. I need you to take this letter to Eugena's Spire in North Shroud. The wood where your dear leader, that's me, was born and raised. It needs to be delivered to Mia Molcott, leader of the White Rams. Officially, they're an offshoot of the God's Quiver, but in practice they're Miss Molcott's private army. The Ixal call her the Black Cat. Whenever she crosses their path, they're sure to meet with an unfortunate end, Kupo. Truth be told, this isn't the first time we've tried to deliver this letter. I entrusted it to another subordinate of mine, a delivery Moogle, on his very first mission. But he got chased away by the birdmen and fluttered back, hiding his face under his pom-pom. He simply wasn't cut out for such a trying task, but who is, I thought. Who best to dispatch into exile-infested territory? Start that again. Who best to dispatch into exile-infested forest and explain the letter's lateness to the fiery-tempered Miss Molcott? Guess whose name sprang to mind? Here's the letter, Gaiko. Off you pop, Kupo. Right. Yes, I've been doing those missions as well. There you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral... While the Admiral and I are finalising permissory boundaries, signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavoured to spread the word of our organisation through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As potential members, it is of no matter, should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they're willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. You needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you're satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Right. Let's go and recruit some hapless fools to the pub. It's usually where the best fighters can be found. So there's 5 of them. The Aft Castle, the missing member. Oh, no. The missing member is here. Alright, love. Eh? Who the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodding knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvalian's... Yeah. Oh. Carvalian's door. Was that a no? I'm assuming that was a no. Ah, it's got a tricorn hat on. Why is there a pumpkin in the... Never mind. Precursor to the United Eorzean Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldeek and Vermeles keep me close to the forge. I have not time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armourer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Good to know. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. I still find it bizarre that they've decided to have a Halloween themed event in February. No, it's still January, isn't it? Even weirder. Ooh. Oh, this has got to be a lookout point, surely. Let's try. Nope, guess not. Well, if it ain't Gaiko. I'd not forget a venturer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Riol, don't ye? Formerly of the Company of Heroes, 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. Aye, it ain't often I drag my ass out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm glad I did. How fare you these days? You looking to put together a crew? Top tier work? Ha, sounds like a right lark, it does. Alrighty lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into my grave just yet. Good man. Well, that's one definite yes. Oops. I do believe I have gone the wrong way. Oh, maybe not. The place is a bleeding maze. Do I have any new titles? No, except the Postman, because of the post-Moogle quests that I'm doing. I'm sure you get a special hat for doing those quests. Oh, that was right. I was gonna glamour my armor with this stuff. The Wild Rose thingy. We'll leave it for now. Come join the army. Join the army, they said. See the world, they said. An organisation with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say your proposal intrigues me. but the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. So that's a no from you. Do we have to do this in Gridania and Uldar as well? Because that's kind of annoying. Commodore. Master Alphinaud's new organisation. Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. It is with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Lim Siliminsa must needs receive my full attention. Okay. So we got one kind of maybe, possibly, we'll make you some weapons, and one definite yes. The airship landing. Gaiko, your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Lim Silimitsa. Ah, a member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task, and the Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nofika's altar. Okay. To Gridania. Doo-doo-doo. Excuse me, I have somewhat of a runny nose at the moment. Oh, that's a cute bird. Okay, where are we off to? Nofika's altar. I think that's here. Oh no, it's in all of Gridania. Scab on my leg and it's really itchy. I'm just kind of itching around it to hopefully soothe it a little bit. Hate it when that happens. That's quite cool. I wonder if I... Nope, 13 hours. Ugh. Egads. Oof. Come along. Level 62. And we definitely need to catch the story up to the level that I've got to so far. here we are. No Fika's altar. Do you know what? I am an idiot. I don't know why I insist on running around these town areas like a prat. There's a reason there's these Ethernet shards. Ay, ay, ay. My audience with the Elder Seed Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Okay. So, are they all around here? Yes, they are. It would be so much better if I could just use my mount. Laurentius, join the Grand Company. Oh God, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? I can't even remember you. Could it be you don't remember me? It's I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. Yes, I now remember. Of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realised. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognised after my shameful conduct. Less said of my past the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the wood whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's tall, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Good to hear. And hopefully, my efforts here won't just result in just you saying yes. There'll be a few other people willing to jump at the chance of championing the realm, as it were. Alian. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. Terribly sorry, we're just... Oh, Gaiko, isn't it? It's been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Oh, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mune tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Isildur? Isildur? Good lord. Could it be? Yes. Ursendel. Hang on, aren't you the guy who used to work for the woman who lives at Hawk Manor? Whatever it's called. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I'm both puzzled and honoured by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I'm sworn to abide here, whatever scant years remain to me, bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Okay, you continue to live in misery. It bothers me not. And finally, you, Singulet. 'Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organisation is more organised. Okay, but I'm offering you a chance to get in on the ground floor. You'll regret it. Let's see how well Alphinaud did on his part of the mission. Which is basically just to walk up to the seed tier and say, can you sign some documents? Once again, I appear to be doing all the hard work. What news, Gaiko? For my part, the elder seed tier was most amenable to our requirements. Former woodwhaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Uldar whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Thank God for that. Bum, bum, bum. Alright then. The Royal Promenade. Is there a aetheryte in here? Oh, I guess not. That's weird. Bum, 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 bum. The Royal Promenade. Oh, did it not take us directly there? Oh, actually, pretty much there anyway. Oh, he's there. Huh. Uldar, the gilded city where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts. I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. I don't care. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Gaiko. Okay. On the steps of Thal. Okay. It's the gate of Thal. Yeah. Oops. So let's see how many are willing to join our cause. The fabled city of Uldar. You there. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighbouring nation. That's a no. Ah, you'd be surprised what rumours drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organisation is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. What say you, Yellow Moon? I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of proposing to a lady? No, absolutely not. I'm afraid you're wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Yeah, good day to you. Continue to stand there being stuck up your own arse. That's actually quite a cool costume. I'd wear that. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson of the Church of St. Adamalandama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. You're welcome. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion, Thancred, was it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek then. Your proposed organisation sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Thanks. And one more. Have we had a yes here? Or has everybody just said, no, piss off? Ah, surely at the Colosseum. Woolred, join our cause. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me thinking. About our homeland, and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realised how easily I'd been manipulated, and vowed to make of myself, a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions. And you say it will take me to all corners of the realm. Yes. That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. Don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I know is out there. Okay. So we've got one. That's good news. Let us head back to the airstrip forthwith. Oh, good to go back to the promenade, not the bloody... Bloody hell. Oh yeah, back. How fared you, Gaiko? What hidden gems did the streets of Uldar offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge, nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Gaiko. I will not squander the precious gift you placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Good. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step, which is... You're concerned by the Syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinised and recorded. This organisation will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. As for the rumours and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had its chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Let's do that. Ooh, a special airship. Cutscene thingy. Crash. Ah. General.
ラウバーン、アルフィノの動き、あれをどう思う？
グランドカンパニーエオルゼアに向けた第一歩として先行統一組織を設立するという話ですか？アルテマウェポンという共通の敵を前にまとまりかけていた統一グランドカンパニーの話も遅々として進んでおりませんからな。さまざまな問題を抱える現状を考慮すれば、アルフィノ殿が先導し再びきっかけを作ったことは
表で協力を謳いながら裏では争いを続けている。どこの国もウルダ派と同じか。ラウバーン、わらわはあの組織をあまりよく思っておらんのじゃ。あれには各国のグランドカンパニーの精鋭たちも参加し、武力に特化した組織となっておろう。暁の管理下とはいえ危険ではなかろうか。
I had that same concern as well. I'm glad that that's been voiced.
それにな、あの組織の設立にサカツ州から資金提供があったことが気がかりなのじゃ。いつ奴らの私兵となるやもしれん。
しかしながら七モ様、我らは暁に蛮神問題を肩代わりさせてきました。加えて資金提供はサカツ州のみにあらず、九段のサカツ州からの資金もロロリトラを通していないきれいな金です。それにあの冒険者がいる暁なのです。間違った方向に走ることはないでしょう。
そう、あの者たちならばな。しかし人は移ろいゆくもの。その気はなくとも時の流れは人の意志すら動かすのじゃ。荒野に舞う砂塵のようにな。テレジアデレジの件、いかようにもならぬのか。
いろいろと手は尽くしましたが、今のこのウルダ派に奴を捕まえねばならぬ法がございません。無理に捕らえればそれこそ奴の思うツボ。
奴がしでかしたことは明確なのに捕まえることもできるのか。何が国家か、何が王家か。わらわはなぜこうも無力なのじゃ。
No. bloody heartbreaking.
Nanamo-sama.
Yes, don't you worry. We'll get to the bottom of this. Right, now what? Rising stones. I must go. My people need me. Yada-da-da. Hi everyone. We're all having a lovely day. Oh look. Do we have our new recruits in here? Oh, no. Just the usual crowd. Knock, knock. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. Yeah, you and me both. I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our efforts is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolise your services, Gaiko. I'm certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Greetings, Gaiko. Alphinaud tells me that Alphinaud tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organisation. I was under the impression that you're going to be placed in command of this whole thing. Anyway, the inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tata is coordinating with Alphinaud to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of the new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Could you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? I will. $5,000 gil for that one. I mean, I suppose that just about covers my travel expenses. Heretical harassment. Hi, Slathborn. How you doing? What can I do for you, Gaiko? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. No, I've come to see if you need any help. Ah, I barely noticed your recruits arrive. It was barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offers of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slathborn, the shipment, we couldn't... What? God's woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There's naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Fortemps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Gaiko, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortemps? I'll be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realise I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favourable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I'm certain Lord Hartrefont will be glad for your assistance. Ooh, going back to Kurthus. Not been there in a while. We've got plenty of those tombstones now. It's a shame we don't have anything else to spend them on. Off to here. Fly, Baxterionomon. Soar like the wind. Hey up. Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend Gaiko Kujin. Do you care for a plate of roast caracal? Some mulled wine? No? Ah, I see you've not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. Correct. Ooh.
なるほど。開拓団の件で訪ねてきたのだな。皆まで言うな。それだけ分かれば十分だ。開拓団。実に肉躍るたくましい響きではないか。しかもお前が参加しているとはあらば、なおのこと。いい。
Okay.
モードナに一大拠点が築かれれば、彼女の帝国軍もクルザスへ介入しづらくなるだろう。加えて、お前には個人的な恩もある。これに協力しない道理はないと、本家に掛け合って支援物資を手配したのだがな。よりにもよって、異端者に奪取されるとは。実は最近、クルザスを根城とする異端者が組織化され、いささか手を焼いているのだ。異端者の頭目は氷の巫女と呼ばれる女。我々も調査を続けているが、本名すら暴けていない。異端者たちはその氷の巫女を聖女のように敬い、死も厭わずに行動しているようでな。奴らによる組織的な犯行が増えつつあるのだ。今のところこのキャンプへの実害は少ないが、ここより西方ではたびたび奴らが目撃されているらしい。ホワイトブリム全焼地ならば情報がつかめるかもしれんぞ。行ってみるか。
I don't really have much of a choice.
そうかそうか。支援物資の件はいかんだが、季節してお前の汗が再びこの雪原にきらめく日が来たようだな。
This guy needs to dial it down a couple of notches.
お前は以前よりも強靭になった。そしてうなずき一つから溢れるその揺るぎなき自信。いいぞ、ますます活躍から目が離せん。
You're scaring me.
何か分かったらぜひ私にも知らせてくれ。この辺りは一段と冷えるからな。暖かいとこを用意して待っているぞ。
You, my Elizan friend, have spent far too long in the cold. I think your brain has suffered as a result. Anyway, we will leave it there for now. Next time we will go in search of this mysterious mistress who the heretics so fervently support. Look at this. Have you ever... This Dodo, every single time I end an episode with you in the party, you disappear off out of sight. Anyway, hide behind the table. Yes, it's goodbye from me, from Carbuncle, Baxterionomon, and Fledgling Dodo as well. I'll see you next time.